Have you ever wondered what the 2024 elections with Trump and Harris will mean for the future of America? This year, the political stage is set with two formidable contenders. On one side, we have Donald Trump, the former president, making a comeback bid. A figure who needs no introduction, his tenure was marked by bold policies, controversy, and a style of leadership that polarized the nation. On the other side, we have Kamala Harris, the vice president, stepping up to the presidential plate. She represents a new beginning, a change from the familiar, and a promise of a different kind of leadership. Her popularity has surged, and she's leading the charge in national and battleground state polls. The 2024 elections are not just another bout in the political arena. They carry the weight of America's future direction. The stakes are high, the players are seasoned, and the outcomes could redefine the American political landscape. So let's dive into the political journey of these two powerhouses to understand what they bring to the table. Donald Trump, a figure who doesn't need much introduction, has been a key player in American politics for the last decade. His journey, unique and full of surprises, began long before he set foot in the Oval Office. Trump, a renowned businessman and reality TV star, first caught the public's attention with his flamboyant personality and no-nonsense approach to business. His name became synonymous with luxury skyscrapers, golf courses, and the catchphrase, "You're fired," from his hit TV show, The Apprentice. In 2015, Trump took a leap from the boardroom to the political arena, announcing his bid for the presidency. His campaign, marked by his distinct style and brash rhetoric, resonated with a significant portion of the American populace. Despite the skepticism of many, Trump's victory in the 2016 election marked a seismic shift in American politics. As president, Trump had a number of key achievements. His administration oversaw significant economic growth, with unemployment rates reaching historic lows before the COVID-19 pandemic. He championed tax cuts and deregulation, arguing these moves would stimulate economic prosperity. On the international front, Trump made waves by renegotiating trade deals, such as the North American Free Trade Agreement, which was replaced with the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement. However, his tenure wasn't without controversy. Trump faced impeachment charges, first for alleged dealings with Ukraine, and then for his role in the events leading to the Capitol riot in January 2021. His handling of the COVID-19 pandemic was heavily criticized, as were his claims of election fraud in the 2020 election. Currently, he faces allegations of election interference, adding another chapter to his already eventful political career. Despite these controversies, Trump's influence remains undeniable. His return to the political stage in the 2024 election demonstrates his enduring appeal to a substantial segment of the American population. This vibrant journey has shaped Trump into a divisive figure in American politics. Loved by some, loathed by others, his legacy continues to shape the nation's political landscape. As we delve deeper into the 2024 elections, the impact of Trump's political journey will undoubtedly continue to reverberate. Kamala Harris, on the other hand, represents a new wave in American politics. Harris's journey began in the courtroom as a prosecutor. Her sharp legal mind and relentless pursuit of justice made her a standout figure in the Californian legal system. From the courtroom, she ascended to the position of California's Attorney General, a role in which she demonstrated her commitment to the rule of law and her desire to protect the rights of the most vulnerable. Her journey didn't stop there. Harris then took her fight to the Senate, becoming a voice for the voiceless and a champion of progressive policies. She played a key role in passing the COVID-19 relief bill, a landmark piece of legislation that provided much-needed support to millions of Americans during the pandemic. Her work on criminal justice reform was equally impactful, highlighting her commitment to creating a justice system that is fair, equitable, and just. However, Harris's journey has not been without controversy. Her record as a prosecutor and California's Attorney General has been scrutinized. Critics have pointed out that her approach to certain cases was questionable, and she has been accused of not doing enough to address systemic issues within the justice system. Yet she has not shied away from these criticisms. Instead, she has used them as a springboard for reflection and growth, vowing to use her power to effect change from within. As Vice President, Harris has continued to push for change. Her endorsement from over 200 Republicans who previously worked for George W. Bush, John McCain, and Mitt Romney signals a shift in the political landscape, as does her lead in national and battleground state polls. It's clear that her candidacy represents not just a new beginning but a departure from the status quo. She is seen as a change candidate, a beacon of hope amidst the anxiety-inducing prospect of a Biden-Trump rematch. Harris's journey is one of breaking barriers and pushing for change. Her political career is a testament to her resilience, her dedication to justice, and her commitment to serving the American people. Regardless of the outcome of the 2024 elections, her journey is one that will continue to inspire and motivate future generations of leaders. Harris's journey is one of breaking barriers and pushing for change. The 2024 election, a face-off between Trump and Harris, is a battleground of contrasting ideologies. Let's begin with the former president, Donald Trump. Trump's campaign promises have been diverse, ranging from domestic to foreign affairs, and touching upon various sectors of the economy. One of the key promises he has made is to reduce energy prices. He aims to achieve this through increased domestic production. By boosting the local energy industry, Trump believes that the country can become less dependent on foreign sources, thereby stabilizing energy prices at home. Another significant aspect of Trump's campaign is his stance on the landmark Supreme Court case, Roe v. Wade. Despite the polls showing strong support for the decision, especially among Democrats, Trump has claimed that many people want it overturned. This stance has sparked considerable debate and controversy, reflecting the deep divide in the country over the issue of reproductive rights. On the other side of the ring, we have Kamala Harris. Harris's campaign promises have been markedly different from Trump's, focusing on socioeconomic issues and healthcare. One of the key proposals she has put forward is the provision of tax credits to middle and lower-income Americans. This policy is aimed at easing the financial burden on these groups and promoting wealth equality. Harris has also been vocal about her stance on healthcare. While the specifics of her healthcare plan are yet to be fully disclosed, it is clear that she is committed to ensuring that all Americans have access to quality healthcare services. This has resonated with many voters, particularly those who have struggled with healthcare costs. Now, let's talk numbers. As we know, polls are an important barometer in any election. Current polls indicate a surge in popularity and support for Kamala Harris, both nationally and in battleground states. This surge has been attributed to her well-delivered speeches and appearances, as well as her positioning as a change candidate. On the other hand, Trump, despite his loyal base, seems to be trailing, with his past controversies potentially influencing public sentiment. Endorsements, too, play a significant role in shaping the election narrative. It's worth noting that over 200 Republicans who previously worked for George W. Bush, John McCain, and Mitt Romney have endorsed Harris for president. This group includes notable figures such as Mark Salter, Chris Koch, and David Nierenberg. They've expressed concerns about Trump's leadership and foreign policy, emphasizing the need to prioritize country over party. This has further bolstered Harris's campaign, with her team actively highlighting this support. Each candidate brings unique perspectives and policies to the table, making the 2024 election a critical decision point for the American people. The contrasting ideologies of Trump and Harris serve to highlight the diverse political landscape of America. As we inch closer to the election day, all eyes will be on these two candidates, their policies, and the direction they propose for the future of the United States. The political landscape in America has seen a dynamic shift over the years. From the early dominance of Federalists and Democratic Republicans to the emergence of Democrats and Republicans, the balance of power has ebbed and flowed with societal changes and public sentiment. The civil rights movement of the 60s, for instance, reshaped party affiliations and ideological leanings, particularly in the South. In more recent times, the pendulum has swung between Democrats and Republicans, often reflecting the nation's response to economic conditions, international affairs, and presidential leadership. Now, as we approach the 2024 elections, the political climate is again ripe for potential change. The surge in popularity for Kamala Harris, coupled with the criticisms facing Donald Trump, suggests a possible shift towards the Democrats. Yet, it's important to remember that public sentiment can be fickle, and election outcomes can often defy expectations. The balance of power is a pendulum, swinging with the changing tides of public sentiment. The 2024 elections are not just about selecting a president, but about deciding the future direction of America. The political journeys of Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, the key points in their campaigns, and the shifts in party dominance over the years all play a crucial role. Trump's promise to reduce energy prices through increased domestic production contrasts with Harris's proposal of tax credits for middle and lower-income Americans. The endorsements that Harris has received from over 200 Republicans opposed to Trump versus Trump's legal battles and controversial statements further amplify the complexity of this election. The importance of informed voting cannot be overstated. Every ballot cast will not only affect the next 4 years, but will also potentially set the course for the country's political landscape for years to come. As we approach the elections, it's essential for every American to understand these political journeys and make an informed decision about the future of the country.